Breaking news now on the woman who could become America's next UN ambassador. Samantha Power grilled during a Senate confirmation hearing just a little bit more than an hour ago. She was asked about some of the controversial remarks that she's made, suggesting that the United States had committed some crimes overseas. Listen to this fascinating exchange that she had with Florida Senator Marco Rubio. Watch.
I would categorize the Rwanda situation as a crime, as the words used, permitted by the United States. Which ones did the United States commit or sponsor that you were referring to?
Again, sir, I think this is the greatest country on earth. We have nothing to apologize for.
Okay. So you don't have any in mind now that we've committed or sponsored?
I will not apologize for America. I will stand very proudly, if confirmed, behind the U.S. placard.
No, I understand, but do you believe the United States has committed or sponsored crimes?
I believe the United States is the greatest country on earth. I really do.
Well, there you go. Monica Crowley joins me now, radio talk show host and Fox News contributor. That was definitely her line of the day, that she is a big believer in the great United States of America, and she may believe that. But a lot of the things that she said in the past, Monica, give credence to at least to Senator Rubio's questioning along those lines, do they not?
Absolutely. And in fact, her repetition of this line today, Martha, that she believes the United States is the greatest nation on earth and we have nothing to apologize for. It's obvious she's saying that now because, of course, she wants this job to be the U.S. ambassador to the UN. She has a long record of saying the exact opposite. She has accused the United States of committing war crimes. She has accused the United States of assisting or helping, at least, in committing genocide. She has indirectly compared the United States to Nazi Germany. And she has also blamed American power for anti-Americanism around the world. In other words, it's always our fault. The United States should be taken down a notch or 2 or 10 internationally because of all of the past atrocities and bad things that we have done in the world. In other words, she comes out of this far-left tradition, Martha, which believes that the United States has not been a force for good in the world, a force for liberation and freedom, but actually a force for tyranny and oppression. And in that way, she comes right out of the mold that the President of the United States does.
I want to just quote, Monica, from something that she said that goes directly to Senator Rubio's question. She said in a speech, a prior speech, U.S. foreign policy has to be rethought. It needs not tweaking, but overhauling. We need a historical reckoning, she says, with crimes committed, sponsored, or permitted by the United States. And she goes on to say that we need to open the files, we need to go back and look at the mistakes we made. And basically, she talks a lot about, before you go out in the world and try to support a nation, you need to also explain what you did wrong there in the past that sets you up for this new change of heart. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this gets to her long-standing philosophy, and she's got a long paper trail where she writes about this, about how the United States, it's always blame America first, that the United States is presumed guilty when we're taking a look at U.S. actions around the world. And that gets to what you just pointed out, Martha, where she's saying U.S. foreign policy and national security strategy requires a rethinking. Do we really have the moral authority to exercise our power in the world, given this long trail of injustices and genocide and war crimes that we have committed? My question, Martha, is, the Republicans generally want to give the president his prerogative in terms of his nominees and choices. And I certainly understand that, but there are certain battles that should be picked. And I think Samantha Power is one of the most dangerous appointments this president has made, and that's saying a lot. And in this case, the Republicans actually should drive a stake into the ground and oppose her nomination, because if she's at the UN, I wonder who's going to be fighting for America's interests there.
It's interesting when you go through her takes on different foreign policy over the past couple of years. For one thing, the intervention in Libya, her statements mirror very closely what President Obama has done. The more I learn about her, the more it seems that she has been a very strong voice in this president's ear. Is that the case, do you think?
Yes, and remember, she's married to Cass Sunstein, Martha, who was President Obama's regulatory czar, so very close relationship with him. Look, that's how all of these people get these jobs, because they are all of like mind with this president. They all come out of the far left ideology. The problem is that American power is being diluted around the world thanks to this president. He's gutting our military, he's gutting the military budget, he's reducing America's influence around the world, and she's there at the UN, assuming she gets this job, she's going to be at the UN doing exactly that. I mean, she has argued for example, the introduction of American troops on the Israeli border to protect the Palestinian people from the Israelis. That's how far out of the mainstream this woman is.
All right, we'll see what happens. Monica, very insightful. Thank you, as always. Good to see you.
You too, Martha. Thanks.